Good morning, Midstate Christian Academy. Welcome to our 2020 awards. We do this every year, Liz. This is going to be an unusual award ceremony, though, right?
Yes.
Normally, Liz and I are standing up here on the stage formally, and we have the teachers come up and hand the awards to the students, shake their hand, we get pictures. And due to all the craziness, we didn't want to not have the awards,
Right.
so we decided, how can we do this in a way that is still fun and special for the families, but in a safe manner? So this is what we came up with. Now, this award ceremony is going to be probably about 45 minutes. We got a lot of awards to hand out, maybe 30 to 45 minutes. So in order to keep your attention and to help your students be attentive and to want to listen, there's a few things that I'd like to give. So first of all, you are welcome to comment as much as you like. I understand the kids are really excited about the emojis now with the online learning.
Oh, yes.
They're emojiing up the Google Classrooms, right?
Oh, yes. They're all the time, like every day.
Every day.
I see a whole bunch of your daughters.
My daughter is quite the
Yes,
emoji queen, huh?
she's
Okay.
very good at that.
Yeah, so some of these kids are
Very
just
excited.
discovering texting and emojis for the first time. So we don't mind you using emojis. If you want to throw up an emoji or two or 20 or 50 emojis throughout the conversation we're going to be having, you're welcome to do so. Give a shout out to the student who has won an award, tell them congratulations, thumbs up, whatever you want to do to make it a little more exciting. So that's the first thing, just to kind of keep the kids' attention. The second thing, we're going to give a chance for students to win $5 cash.
Wow.
So the winning students from today, that cash will be available to them tomorrow when they pick up their packets. We have another pickup time, the last pickup time, right, Liz?
That
this
is
is it.
correct.
We're
Yes.
done.
Yes,
We're going to pick up their
last one,
packets.
they pick up their packets.
Anytime. What time tomorrow?
Supplies, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m.
Okay, 8 to 4, and then they can drop off any work
Yes.
that they've done up to this point.
Correct.
And then June 1st, we're going to end our award ceremony discussing June 1st. That's going to be our celebration. I'm really excited about that. And that's when you can drop off all your final work. We'll have someone at the driveway as you're heading out with your car. You just hand them the packet. We'll collect all those, and that will be the final drop off. So final pick up tomorrow. You can drop off what you got. Final drop off June 1st at our celebration.
Sounds good.
But tomorrow, if your student won the $5 cash from today's award ceremony, there will be $5 in an envelope in their packet.
Sounds good.
Okay, so let me explain to you how your student can win $5. Now, unfortunately, they can only win one time. So you can't have one student winning all the $5 because it's going to be multiple prizes, right? Got to be fair.
True.
So if they win it once, that's it. Now, I will to win more than once. So let's say I've got multiple kids. Let's say Abby wins one, and then Kinsey can win the other one. That is fine, but
good.
they can't win them all. Okay, so here's how it's going to be. I'm going to be giving different questions during the awards ceremony that you guys do not know the answer to. I'm going to give you the answers during the awards ceremony, and the first student to post the answer in the comment section will get the $5. For example, at some point in the awards ceremony, I'm going to ask Miss Melillo how tall she is. And that could be any time during the awards ceremony. And when I stop the awards ceremony and ask her how tall she is, when she gives us the answer, the first student to put in the answer in the comment section will win the $5. Now,
Sounds good.
some of you may already know how tall she is. If you put it in the comment section now, it doesn't count. You have to put it in there when I ask her the question. Now, I will be looking at the comment section. I'll be looking at when they're posted, so to make sure it's all fair, that it was posted at the time that I asked and not posted like 20 minutes before because you're just guessing. Because some of you could be saying like right now, like 4'3", 4'8", 6'5", right? You're just throwing out those random guesses right now. That doesn't count. It has to be at the time I ask. So that's the first question I'm going to ask. I'm also, now Miss Melillo is the only one here with me, but I already asked some of my teachers some other questions. So some other questions I asked was Pastor Ethan's favorite Bible story and Pastor Ethan's middle name. Two different questions I'll be giving during the award ceremony. That's $15 already. 3, right? Miss Melillo's height, Pastor Ethan's favorite Bible story, Pastor Ethan's favorite name. We asked Pastor Jimmy those same questions. His favorite Bible story and his middle name. And then when I give those answers, if you put in the comments section the answer, I'm just going to give it to you. All you got to do is retype it. And then that's 2 more. So that's 5 total. Now we're going to do 7 in total. So 2 more questions I asked. Was Miss McKellier, our high school English teacher, her favorite, and Miss McKellier doesn't really have a favorite, so one of her many favorite book series. And then Miss Vaughn, our history teacher, high school, her favorite period of history to teach. So 7 questions, $35 total being given, $5 each question, and they're going to be randomly spread throughout the awards ceremony. And I'll just throw them in there in the middle of something. And as soon as I do that and give you the answer, put in the comment section, and you'll get $5 in an envelope for the pickup tomorrow. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and get started, Ms. Melillo. We're going to start with what grade?
We're going to start with elementary, and we're going to start with first grade.
And then we're just going in order from first all the way through 12th grade?
Yep.
So we're going to deal with all the first graders, and then we deal with all the second graders.
Yep.
So technically, if someone's busy, and once their student is in first grade and we've announced it all, they could leave, and there's nothing else for their student unless they want to win that $5 for the names. And I think it's the Christian character, right?
Yeah, we'll have Christian character, and we'll announce the Six Flags reading.
And that's going to be at the end of elementary?
Yes, at the end of elementary.
Okay, so if you want to stick around for the Six Flags Reading Award and then for the Christian Character Award, that will be at the end of our elementary segment. Yep. But then once we're done with all first through fifth, then we're moving on to secondary, and we're not going back to elementary after that. Okay, let's start with elementary then, first grade. The first grade teacher is my wife, Mrs. Smith. And I think they have 16 students in that class, Ms. Melillo. Does that sound about right?
I think so, yeah.
16 students. That's our largest elementary class, right? Yes. Last year was the K-5. I think they had 15, and we added one or two more. So 16 might be 17 students, actually. We got a lot in there.
I know the last couple weeks we
lost count of our first graders. There's just so many of them. All right, so what do we have first for our first grade?
So we have the A honor roll first.
A honor roll for first grade. Now, this is going to be, for all of our A honor rolls, we kind of changed things up a little bit this year. We understand with online learning, it's really difficult for a lot of students, right? It's hard for these students to be getting up, doing their work, watching the videos, answering the questions. And while some have really excelled, others have struggled. Some who were doing very well in the first three quarters, and then grades started to drop. Not like, A to F, but an A to a B, or an A to a C, or a B to a C, right? So what we decided to do was only look at the first three quarters of the year and determine their A honor roll, B honor roll status based off of the first three quarters. The only exception we made was for those students who did really well, and we have some who just excelled with online learning. And they actually were like A, B, and the fourth quarter, ironically, bumped them up to A, all A honor roll. So we allowed that to happen. And then I think some were an A, B, C, and the fourth quarter bumped them up to A, B. So again, we allowed that to happen. So really, we only allowed the fourth quarter to determine A, B honor roll positively, not negatively. If it brought them down, we just looked at the first three quarters only, right?
Correct.
Okay. Yep. A honor roll. All A average in all subjects. We have Camden Alves, Ethan Rayola, Liam Urarte, Nyla Shaw, Drew Stewart, and Jared TeBlanc. Now, that's a lot of A honor roll students for first grade. Now, along with our AB honor roll, we have our highest GPA, which is the student who has the highest grades in all subjects, not just all A's, but, an A could be a 95 or a 98 or 100. And so we looked at the students who had the highest number grades. And if I'm not mistaken, we have two for first grade.
Yes.
Is this the only class where there are two?
I believe
I don't think we have two in any other grades. I think this is it. So we have highest GPA. It's a tie. And they literally were both the same number grades throughout the year, which is hard to imagine that happening. But here we go. So our two highest GPA students for first grade, Camden Alves and Liam Urarte. So well done, fellas. That is impressive that you guys would both tie for the highest grades throughout the year. Okay, so we're going to go to our AB honor roll now, Liz. AB honor roll. And these are students who have all A's, all B's. So maybe they've got all A's in every subject, but maybe a B average in like penmanship or reading. Then they're on the AB. Maybe they only have all B's and no A's. They're still AB honor roll. We don't differentiate between all B's or some B's and some A's. Okay, so all B's, all A's, combination of both, average. In first grade, we have Evan Bronco, Juliet Carpenter, Aria Forrester, Jason, and his friends call him JJ. In fact, I think pretty much everyone calls him JJ. Even the teachers call him JJ, right? Lopez, Madeline McWilliam. And doesn't everyone just call her Maddie? Does anyone call her Madeline? Do you ever, your friends call you Madeline, Maddie? I always call you Maddie. But Madeline, and then Ezra Martinez. And by the way,
Awesome.
Ezra just joined our school this year.
That's right.
And
Wow.
so he didn't come to
That's
our
very
K5. I mean, for
impressive.
him to be A's and B's and not have been in our K5, that's not a small feat. So good job, Ezra. That's impressive. Zachary McCoy, Caden Rilo, Hunter Owens. Now, I believe that is all. I want to make sure I'm going to have Miss Melillo look through these and make sure I announce them all. But well done, guys, with the A, B honor roll. I'm really proud of you. Now, while she's doing that, we're going to give our first question. Are you ready? Hope you're paying attention. First question is going to be Pastor Ethan's favorite Bible story. Do you know what it is? I mean, there's a lot of great stories of the Bible, right? And I just called him and asked him, and he said his favorite Bible story is Gideon. The first one to type in Gideon in the comment sections wins the $5. Make sure you put which student it is. So if you put Gideon, say, you know, especially if there's multiple students in the family, we want to know what student is getting that $5. So Pastor Ethan's favorite Bible story, Gideon. Type it in the comment section. The first one to have typed it will get the $5. Did I give them all?
I believe so.
We didn't miss them all? All right.
Got 'em.
And let me just say, human error, right? We're not perfect.
Right.
If we make a mistake today, you are welcome to contact us, and I apologize. I mean, we're literally giving out, I don't know, 100? I feel like we're giving like 100 plus certificates, if not close to it. It's a lot of certificates. So I apologize if we make a mistake with the enunciation of a name or we miss something. We did our best to make sure we have everything. But if we made a mistake, we will make it right. We'll get a certificate. We'll throw an announcement up on Facebook saying that here they are. But hopefully that's not going to be the case. Hopefully we'll get everything.
Hopefully we got everything.
All right, so now we're going to go into what are we next, Miss Melillo?
We're going to do highest in each subject. So there was one student who had the highest GPA overall, which first grade actually had 2.
Oh, so,
And then
okay,
this would
Camden
be-
and Liam.
Right. And so these are other students that have excelled the highest in these.
Great. So
particular
Camden and
subjects.
Liam are not going to receive any of these highest achievement awards because they were already the highest of the highest.
Right.
So
yes.
these are students who achieved the highest other than Camden or Liam in particular subjects.
Yes.
Okay.
And you'll be surprised with the Bible one.
Will I?
There's a lot of students that did very well in Bible.
Oh, we have multiple Bibles. Again, it was a tie.
Yes.
Okay, so I see that. Okay, so I have a highest in Bible. I have Juliet Carpenter, Aria Forrester. I'm going to put that one aside there. Madeline McWilliams. So those 3. Oh, I have another one here. Ethan Rayola, Caden Rilo, Nyla Shaw. Well, you know, if you're going to be highest in something, Bible's definitely a great one to be high in, right? Drew Stewart, also highest in Bible. And Jared Tablon, you're right, I am shocked. That's crazy. So all these students tied in, I'd imagine since they got hundreds on everything. It had to have been hundreds on like all their quizzes. And I think first grade is pretty much his verse quizzes.
Memorizing verses.
So they
That's
all
amazing.
tied in knowing all of their verses throughout the year. Well done, guys. That's awesome. You know, I love Christian school for that reason. We're not just teaching math and science, history. You know, Liz, we're teaching not just life skills and character. We're teaching God's Word. And the Bible tells us, hide God's Word in your heart.
Exactly.
It'll be a light unto your path. And not just from first grade. I mean, our preschool teachers,
Yes.
right? 3 and 4-year-olds are learning the Bible, kindergarten, you know, memorizing verses. And so that's a beautiful thing that we have so many students who've worked hard on that. Okay, so now we have the other subjects, non-Bible subjects, who are not all tied, right?
True.
Okay. Okay, we have phonics. Jared Tablon was the highest in phonics. Nyla Shaw in penmanship, it's almost always a girl, right? Rarely is it, there are some times it's a boy, and I'm always shocked when it is because girls just kill it on penmanship. And then Hunter Owens for arithmetic. Jason J.J. Lopez for reading. So congratulations to those students who got the highest in particular subjects. What do we have next?
Right, so we have a Most Improved Award and then a Most Improved in a particular subject.
Okay, so kind of like character awards, people who've been working hard in certain things. We got for Most Improved, this is going to be Kenneth Steffen. Now, Kenneth actually joined us, it was like third quarter after
Yes,
after
this
Christmas.
third quarter.
After Christmas. So, Kenny, you did a great job, man, to hop in there and work so hard and to improve as much as you did with a little bit of time that you had. So that's good job. Most improved just overall was Kenny.
Correct.
Overall, and then we have most improved in penmanship, Evan. Oh, well, there I go, talking about guys not being good at penmanship, and now Evan's showing me that he can do it. So good job, Evan Bronco, most improved in penmanship.
I believe that was his first year here. So,
Oh, also
so he didn't have penmanship before. So
all right. So then he had to work on that for being the first time. Good job, Evan.
All right, so we have a most helpful award.
Okay, that's going to be Juliet Carpenter for most helpful. That's just a student who's willing to put up chairs and clean the whiteboard and pick up trash without being asked.
Yep, and just help the teacher with whatever they need.
All right, good attitude. Good job, Juliet. Juliet Carpenter, most helpful. Creative Writer Award. You know, when I taught third grade, I was shocked at how creative those students can be. And we're talking third grade. You would think creative writing is like middle school, high school, and you would think, first grade is like there is spot, see spot, run, spot got a bone, right? But that is not the case. I mean, these students got some really great minds and the stories that they can tell. And so I remember when I was the third grade teacher, reading some of the stories my students wrote would just crack me up, and they would have a lot of fun creating those stories. So creative writer for first grade, the best one in first grade, Aria Forrester. Good job, Aria. And Kindness Award. Now that's a great award to give out. Kindness Award to the teacher, to the students, just an all-around nice student. And that's Ezra Martinez again. Good job, Ezra. Again, one of our first-year students here at Midstate Christian Academy. And then Quick Worker Award. Okay, so that's just a student who gets the job done, isn't lazy, doesn't wait for the whole day to do one thing, right? Yeah. Zachary McCoy. Good job, Zach. Quick Worker Award. So this is the kind of guy you want on your crew doing jobs around the house, or as he gets older, doing something. This guy's going to get the job done quick. All right, good job, Zach.
Right away.
And then Best Attitude Award. I like that. Best Attitude. Just someone who, no matter what, always smiling, always happy, joyful. And doesn't the Bible tell us the fruit of the Spirit, one of it is joy, right? Yes. And so that's great. Leilani Walker for the best attitude in first grade. Good job, Leilani. We're proud of you for that. Now, perfect attendance. The irony of this, that we're not even at school right now. We're giving out perfect attendance. So I'm assuming this is only the first 3 quarters again.
This is for the first 3 quarters up until we had to do online.
Until we had to do online. Yes, so. Okay. Great. Perfect attendance, first 3 quarters for first grade. We had Ethan Rayola, which, he better have been. His mom was a teacher, kindergarten teacher, right? He didn't have much of a choice, poor guy. Ethan Rayola, perfect attendance, and Jared Tablong, perfect attendance for first grade. Well done, guys. Okay, so that's our first grade. Let's go ahead and move on to second grade. While Miss Melillo's doing that, I have another comment I'm going to give you, another question. Be ready. The first one to write down the answer I give gets $5 cash. And here we go. What is Miss Melillo's height? Here it is, the question. Miss Melillo, how tall are you?
5'1".
5 feet 1 inches. She's 5'1". That's actually not so short. My wife is 5 foot. So unless she grew an inch that I didn't know about, or she's just always wearing high heels, you're actually taller than my wife. My wife was, last I checked, 5 foot. Again, maybe I'm mistaken, but that's how I remember her being, 5 foot. So, all right, 5'1", put that in the comment section. Second grade. We're going to start with our A honor roll again. So A honor roll students who got all A's, average in all classes, Sheena De Jesus and David G. All right, and we have our highest GPA. This is the student of those two who had the highest grades overall, and that is Sheena De Jesus. Good job, Sheena. Highest GPA in the class. Now, this is interesting. Sheena skipped a grade.
Right.
Sheena's actually supposed to be in first grade. We do occasionally allow students to jump a grade. Not often. In the I don't know, 8-9 years I've been here, I think I could count on probably one hand how often we've allowed that to happen. Sheena's one of them, and having skipped a grade is highest GPA in all the class. So that kind of gives you, if you're thinking, can my student skip a grade? Well, will your student be the highest GPA in the grade if they skip? That's kind of like the standard we're looking for. So that's pretty awesome. Good job, Sheena. A-B honor roll for second grade. Mason Bonet, Brielle Bronco, Chloe Curitin, Winry Curitin, Nathan Farm, Jose Guardado, Brennan Jackson, Alaya Montavo, and Isabella Skinner. Great job, second grade students on the A-B honor roll. Now we're going to go to our most improved, highest. Okay, so highest. Yes. Highest in the particular subject. Again, can't be Sheena because she was highest overall. Okay. We have highest in Bible is Brielle Bronco. Highest in spelling, Brielle Bronco. Highest in arithmetic is David G. David was also highest in penmanship. And we have highest in reading, Alaya Montalvo. Highest in phonics, Winry Curitan. And also Winry was highest in language. So she had more than one language, which is going to be the reading and the writing and the stories. Okay, we have now most improved in particular subjects. Most improved overall first. So just all subjects, maybe attitude, grades, ability to acclimate to the class. Mason Bonet. And Mason, again, is a first-year student for us, so he did really well to work hard and get himself up to where he needs to be. Mason, most improved overall in second grade. Great job. Most improved in reading. Now, I'll tell you what. If you're going to be good at something, I think there's two things that will really help you in life. One is math, and the other one's reading. Yep. I mean, you can know science, you can know history facts, but honestly, I think reading is going to take you further. Because if you don't know science or history, you just read it. And if you're a great reader, it'll be easy to read. You'll enjoy reading. Not that you can't do well if you don't read. I just think that as an academic individual, reading and math are going to get you farthest academically in life. So great job, Liam, to improve in reading to get this award, most improved in reading. All right, most helpful, we have Brielle Bronco. Good job, Brielle. Most helpful to your teacher and the class. And then we have the Artist Award. Okay, so just creative, likes drawing, and does well. Is that the left side of the brain, Liz? I'm pretty sure that's the left side, right? The creative side is the left side, and like the logic and the math is like the right side? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the case.
We should ask Mr. Palmer.
We should,
sure.
Yeah. Well, I'm thinking that's it.
You're probably right.
I am right because I'm a right side of the brain guy. So,
okay.
All right. We're going to go on to creative writing. Is going to be Nathan Farm. So great writing, Nathan. Good job. And then quicker picker upper. Okay, so another hard worker, someone that gets the job done, fast worker, Alaya Montalvo. Good job, Alaya. I know I taught third grade again, and I remember some students, they just took forever to put away their books. You got some of those students, Miss Melillo, get in their backpack, and it's like 5 minutes to put everything away. And the other students are like over there, been done for like 3-4 minutes, right? You got some of those? Okay, so it's not Alaya. Alaya is the quick one, right?
She's good.
She's a quicker picker-upper. All right, combination king. Now, my understanding is that's math.
Yes.
So that's being able to say like 5 plus 9 minus 3 plus 8 equals and give the answer.
Yes.
And so someone who's really good at that is Liam. Now, wasn't Liam the most improved in reading?
Yes, he was.
And I said reading and math. We're like,
wow,
and here we are.
go.
Liam's most improved in reading and already great at math. Liam, you are going places, man. Good job, Liam O'Day, for highest achievement in I guess math computation. And then Perseverance Award. I like that. That's the first time I've seen this. This is a new award for our school. In fact, we have a handful of new awards for our school, don't we?
Yeah, we wanted to do a few more creative awards that we haven't done in the past, just because, everything with learning from home and things like that. So we just decided to
kind of recognize some of the other achievements our kids have, as opposed to just purely academic.
Yeah.
So perseverance. Now, I'll tell you what. Even if you're not great at academics, having perseverance, I mean, that perseverance literally means you keep going no matter what, right?
Right. So even if it's hard, you just
even if it's hard, this individual is just going to keep going, plugging along, getting the job done. Isabella Skinner, good job for the Perseverance Award. As a principal, that warms my heart to see this award, and this is a great award for any child to get. Perseverance Award. A lot of adults that could work on this and need this award. So good job, Isabella. All right, and then perfect attendance. Only one, Miss Melillo. Only one. That's sad. Sheena De Jesus. Good job, Sheena. Came to school every day, and maybe that's why she's highest GPA. She was always there for all the reviews and everything. That does help, right?
That is true.
Being in school does help with getting good grades.
It does.
Yes. All right. Sheena De Jesus. Perfect attendance. Good job. Okay, we're going to move on to our next grade, Miss Melillo, and that's third grade. Okay. Oh, I didn't say Mrs. Stewart is our second grade teacher. Mrs. Stewart, she was teaching here when I came. I came here in 2012. Mrs. Stewart was already here. But maybe an unknown fact for a lot of families, she was a fourth grade teacher when I arrived. Was she not? Was it fourth? Or was it third?
She started first, and then she was fourth, and then...
So I got here, she was fourth. So she was first before that.
Right, just the year right before.
And then she was fourth when I arrived. And then we brought her back to second, and that was like 2014, something around. It was a good was a good 4 or 5 years ago that she started second grade. She's been in there ever since and has been doing a great job. Mrs. Stewart, second grade teacher. And now our third grade teacher, we have Mrs. Amasula. Mrs. Amasula is her second year here. It's she's married to our youth pastor, Pastor Ethan Amasula. They just had a baby.
Yes.
How old is he now? Little Nolan?
How many months?
Yeah, he's less than a year. When was Nolan born? It was during the fall because she was out for a little bit, right? Mm-hmm. So sometime like around November, wasn't it? So he's still a tiny little guy. He's a cute little baby. Nolan, yep. Liking this online learning because she gets to be home with her baby, doesn't she? It's kind of like an answer, a prayer to Mrs. Amasula. All right, so Mrs. Amasula, our third grade teacher, and I think they've got about, was it 8 students now? I think they started the year with 6, and we picked up a couple more. Yeah, and so I think there are 8 students now. 8. And second grade was 12 students, I believe, right?
Yes.
Okay, going into third grade, we have our A honor roll students. We have, looks like 2 of them, Livia Gaudiano and Peyton Rayola. Good job, Livia and Peyton. Now, an interesting dynamic in that class, there's only one boy. Jonathan Medley is the only boy. Poor guy, surrounded by 7 girls. But I'll tell you what, if there's going to ever be a class with just one boy, Jonathan's like the perfect boy to be in that one boy class. I mean, that guy, he's just so easygoing. Gets along so well with the girls and even the guys in the other classes. Just an all-around, I love him. He's just a great guy. So, girls, you are lucky if you only have one boy. You're lucky it's Jonathan Medley, because there could have been worse, right? Could have been worse boys. That could have been a class of all girls, and the boy would have gone crazy without any guys as his friend. But Jonathan's just a great guy, gets along. All right, Livia, Peyton, good job, A honor roll. Who's our highest GPA of those 2? It's going to be one of the 2.
Yes.
Yeah, Peyton Rayola. Good job, Peyton Rayola. Third grade, highest GPA, all around, highest student. Going to our AB honor roll students now. We have Lily Almo, AB, honor roll, Ella McWilliam, and Alana Montalvo. Now, that's great. Alana actually joined us. It was like halfway through the year. Mm-hmm. So for her to start halfway through the year, she was homeschooled, and then to join us, that's not easily done. So good job, Alana, to come into the year midway and pull A's and B's. That doesn't happen very often. So well done. Okay, we have now highest achievement in particular subjects. Not going to be Peyton, right? Because Peyton was our highest GPA. Okay, so other than Peyton, highest in Bible, Lily Almo. Lily is also highest in spelling. So Bible and spelling, Lily, good job. Highest in arithmetic, Livia Gaudiano. And language and penmanship. Man, Livia's killing it. Well, she had the A honor roll, so she was doing really well on everything. So Livia was arithmetic, language, and penmanship, highest in those 3. Good job, Livia. Okay, we have most improved. Because, again, she came in halfway through the year, worked hard, got herself on that average AB honor roll, and was most improved overall. Then, here's Jonathan. There's Jonathan. Yeah, we didn't forget about him, right? Jonathan is most improved in penmanship. And there, I keep getting improved. Every year I say stuff, and I just need to stop talking. Boy up for highest penmanship. So, okay, good job, Jonathan. You improved greatly in penmanship to get the most improved. And then Abby, yes, this is Abby's first year at our school as well. Abby Natal was most improved in language, and that would be the writing and kind of includes the reading because you're dealing with grammar and spelling. Yeah, so good job, Abby, to get most improved. That's a hard thing to do. We're proud of you for that. Okay, where are we? Character awards. So most helpful teacher, students, class, most helpful, Ella McWilliam. And then team player. That's what I said, right? It gets along with everyone. So I'm glad Mrs. Amosul, I didn't even know we got that award. I didn't cheat, I promise you. I did not know we got that award. Jonathan was team player for the class. Good job, Jonathan. And then positive attitude, Abby, and again, coming in first year. That's a great award for her to have, that she came in. It's hard for a new student to come into it. I mean, we have some difficult academics, don't we, Liz?
We do.
It's not easy to do well in our school and to come in from public school to have a good attitude. Good job, Abby Natal, Positive Attitude Award. And then Kindness Award. You know, be ye kind one to another, right, Liz? What is it that if and say, that's a Christian right there, what is it God says they're going to see?
See our love.
Our love, yeah. And I mean, love is a lot of things. 1 Corinthians 13 gives a list of things. But one of the first things it says is love is what? Love is kind. And I think that one of the greatest ways to show Christian love is kindness. That patience, endurance, all those other things too. But kindness is like the best way, I think, to show love. So Sailor, and here's the thing, Sailor's dad's a pastor. So this is a great award for a pastor's daughter to get, right? Sailor Walsh, pastor's kid, the stigma of PKs being all crazy and going psycho, right? That is not Sailor. Sailor's the good pastor's kid, and she got kindness award. Your parents should be proud of you, Sailor. I'm proud of you. Good job, Sailor Walsh. Okay. Oh, we got more than one perfect attendance. So out of 8 students, we have 2 that are perfect attendance. Ella McWilliam and Peyton Rayola. Again, the mom's the teacher. So good job, though, Peyton. You wanted to come to school, I imagine, to be here. I don't know, maybe that's true or not true, but she got here anyways. So Peyton and Ella, perfect attendance. Well done. Is that all for 3rd grade?
That is 3rd grade.
Okay, you ready for another question, another comment? What is Pastor Ethan's middle name? Oh, my. I called Pastor Ethan and asked him this question, and he started laughing. He started laughing when I asked it, right, Liz? He was on speaker. He was laughing. Pastor, I have never heard this as a middle name before. You want to try to guess? I'll tell you what. If you want, you can put it in the comment section right now, and if you guess it right, I'll give it to you, and you'll get the $5. Is that pretty fair? Yeah. Okay, so go ahead. And if you guess, I'll still let you even do it later when you actually get the answer. It doesn't void out your chance to win. You could still try again later. But guess, Pastor Ethan's middle name. What could it be? Ethan Amasula. Ethan James Amasula. What would you think? If you were to, just random middle name for Pastor Ethan Amasula, what would it be?
I don't know.
Ethan.
Not the one that he had.
Not the one he had, no. Ethan.
Probably a Bible name or something.
A Bible name. Ethan Paul.
Maybe.
Does Ethan Paul sound good? Ethan Paul Amasula? Yeah? Okay. Here you go. You guys ready? Here's his name. Ethan R.B. Amasula. You heard that. R.B. A-R-B. The I-E?
Yes.
R.B. Amasula. Ethan R.B. Amasula. Now you know. And that's a beautiful thing to know more, especially about Pastor Ethan. I'm sure that will come in handy someday to have a conversation with Pastor Ethan. Ethan R.B. Amasula. Okay, if you wrote that in the comment section and you were the first one, not just that you wrote it, if you were the first one to write it, you get the $5 cash prize. All right, we're moving on to 4th grade. Who's our 4th grade teacher?
Mrs. O'Day.
Mrs. O'Day. It's her 2nd year teaching, 4th grade for us. Now, Mrs. O'Day has actually been teaching, I think we're at least the 3rd school. She's taught at 2 other schools, I believe, before us. So not her 2nd year as a teacher, but 2nd year here. And she is actually going to be moving to K-5 next year. And we have a new 4th grade teacher for next year. It's going to be Mrs. Emily Lafreniere is going to be moving into 4th grade. And Mrs. O'Day is going to be moving down to kindergarten with Mrs. Rayola. So we're not getting rid of Mrs. Rayola. We're going to have 2 kindergarten teachers, and I'll tell you why. Our K-5 class is blowing up. We got a lot of kindergartner students, and I just didn't feel right about giving that many students to one teacher. So we're going to have 2 K-5 teachers next year. Mrs. Rayola, Mrs. O'Day are going to team teach kindergarten, and then we have a new teacher, Mrs. Emily Lafreniere. Mrs. Lafreniere is a pastor's wife. Her husband, Pastor John Lafreniere, is a pastor in Fairfield, Connecticut. So local to Connecticut. And they have a son, Elijah. He's going to be going into 2nd grade, I believe. Elijah Lafreniere is going to 2nd. And Mr. Lafreniere, Pastor Lafreniere, is actually going to be our history teacher next year. He loves history. So he's going to teach history. His wife's going to teach 4th grade. Okay, so 4th grade. And we have, 10 or 12 students in 4th grade? Somewhere in that area? Okay. A honor roll for 4th grade. Mariana Alexis. Everyone just calls her Alexis, but Alexis Antonio, A honor roll. And then Aiden Forrester, A honor roll. Now, I said we've only had a handful of students go up a grade, and Aiden Forrester was one of those other students. A honor roll, but not only that, Miss Melillo.
Highest GPA.
Highest GPA again. So again, for those parents that are asking, can my student jump a grade? My question is, will your student get the highest GPA if they jump a grade? Because the 2 that we moved up, highest GPA so far that we've talked about today, highest GPA in their class.
There might be a 3rd one coming up.
There might be. There is another student we moved up, and we'll get to him. He's in middle school, right, Miss Melillo? Middle school student has moved up. Okay, now let's get into our AB honor roll for 4th grade. AB honor roll, all A's, all B's, Hudson Alves. Good job. And I'm glad for that because his brother Camden got on the honor roll. So that would have been hard if Camden didn't. Hudson didn't, right? That's no fun when your sibling gets an award and you don't get it. So good job, Hudson. You got it too, man. AB honor roll. ABL Navino, AB honor roll. Kinsey. That's my daughter.
Oh, yes.
Now, her friends know this. Her real name's Mackenzie, but we don't call her Mackenzie. Yes, we call her Kinsey. Yeah, we called her from the very beginning. Just called on her birth certificate's Mackenzie. We called her Kinsey, and now it's stuck. And so now she's Kinsey Smith. AB honor roll. Kinsey, good job, honey. And then Lucas Wood, AB honor roll. And Lucas, another first-year student, right? Lucas Wood joined us this year, and he's AB honor roll. So good job, Lucas. We have our highest achievement awards in science. Hudson. Hudson also got the highest in Bible and language. Wow, Hudson. Hudson Alves, science, Bible, language, highest achievement. And then in history, we got Alexis Antonio for history. Oh, McKenna Jackson, that's a no-brainer. That girl is always reading books.
Yes.
I mean, like, she'll read books at lunch. She read books in aftercare. She reads books in before care. That girl is one good little reader. And remember, again, what I said, if you're going to be good at something, reading or math, right? Be good at one of those two things. And so, Kenna, good job being good at reading. You are, I think, going to endear yourself to Miss McKellia, who is an avid reader herself, right? Kinsey Smith, my daughter, highest in penmanship. And also, my daughter, Kinsey, was highest in arithmetic. Good job, Kinsey. We have most improved. We have an overall most improved or just in the subjects?
Two different subjects.
Just the subjects, most improved. Science was ABL Navino, and then in arithmetic, Lucas Wood. Most improved. Good job. Best speller. Oh, we have two. Yes. Two best speller awards. And we have Alexis Antonio and Jairus Tablong. Good job, Jairus and Alexis, for being great spellers. And you know, in a world society where spelling is no longer important because of the texting and even in emails, people just don't care anymore. They think, spell check will take care of everything, and if it doesn't, they don't care. You ever sent those texts? It's a little awkward because the spelling was wrong. Been there, done that. There's a couple of texts I've had where I'm glad I checked the text, because if I didn't, I would have been very embarrassed for what spell check said it should have been. I'm like, that is not what I said at all. So, being a good speller is still important, even with auto check, and maybe sometimes because of auto check, being a good speller is important, right?
Very true.
All right, what do we have next?
All right, we have two most helpful, one for a girl, one for a boy.
Oh, one for, okay, good, for both. We have for the boy, Josiah Diaz. Good job, Josiah. For the girl, Alexis Antonio. That's, again, just a character award. Someone who's showing character above and beyond the other students. Well done. And then most creative. Noah Assad. Hey, all right. So that's going to be like the next author or maybe next artist, maybe musician, depending on where they take the creativity. That's, again, the left side of the brain thing, right? We established that earlier, right? Yes. The right is right. Because I'm the right side of the brain. I must be right. I'm pretty sure it's the left side of the brain. So we got Noah Assad, a left side of the brain kind of guy. That's great, Noah, to get most creative in your class. Well done. Okay, moving. This is lit. 5th grade, the last of our elementary, right, Miss Melillo? Then we're going to move on to middle school, high school. So let's go ahead and give another comment. We talked about Pastor Ethan. How about we move on to Pastor Jimmy? How does that sound? Yeah. Pastor Jimmy's middle name. His middle name is Thomas. Not as unique as Ethan Arby, but Jimmy Thomas Jackson. So if you haven't done it, type in Thomas in the comment section, and the first one to have typed in Thomas will get that $5 cash prize. I'm kind of thinking, I sure have made a lot of work for myself. You know why? There's going to be hundreds of comments on this. You know that, right? And these kids and their emojis. I got to shift through all these kids and their emojis now. Oh, man, what am I thinking? That might have been like one of the dumbest things I've done in a long time, Miss Melillo. Too late now. We've already started. Got to keep going now, don't we? Okay. I should have assigned someone to, pick the first one and then email it to me.
That's true.
All right, honey, Amy, this is your job. Going forward, watch it now. And it cannot be our daughters every time either, Amy. You can't do that. That's not fair. So, Amy, I want you to keep track. If you haven't, my wife's pretty smart. She might have already been doing it. I'll have to ask her to see if she did. So, Amy's going to keep track for me going forward and see who was the first one to comment, so I don't have to shift through all those comments. All right, here we go. We're in 5th grade.
Yes.
Our 5th grade teacher. Miss Melillo's our 5th grade teacher. All right, Miss. How long have you been teaching 5th grade now, Miss Melillo?
A long time.
You're not gonna tell us? Is that a secret? You don't even know? You lost count. You've been teaching 5th. You taught 6th grade when I arrived. Because 6th grade was still elementary back then.
Yeah, I did 5th and 6th combined.
Oh, it was combined?
Yes, for a few years.
Those were the days where we combined. Aren't you so glad we don't combine our classes anymore?
Yes.
Yes, I am glad we don't combine our classes. Wow, I bet our teachers, those who have been with us long enough to have had the combined, you know it is much better having your own class with just those students, not other students in there. So you were 6th grade. Then when we put 6th grade in middle school, you remained in elementary and then just took 5th grade.
Yeah, I did a little bit of 4th as well.
Did you do 4th grade? Oh, when we were still doing combined, you had to do a little bit of 4th with the 5th. And then we just went purely to 5th, and you stayed as the 5th grade teacher.
Yep.
And
a few high school math classes.
Poor Miss Melillo.
6th grade math class.
Taught middle school. You taught algebra. Did you teach algebra one year? Last year?
No, 2 years ago.
2 years ago. Algebra 1.
Yeah.
Miss Melillo is just a jack of all trades academically. But Miss Melillo is going to focus just on 5th grade next year. Going to be purely a 5th grade teacher. We're not going to have you be teaching the middle school and the high school. Going to be only 5th grade. You a little happy about that?
Yeah.
Kind of excited about that?
Easier.
A little easier. All right. We have A honor roll. It's Chris G. So obviously our highest GPA is only Chris G. So Chris, great job. 5th grade. Highest academically is Chris. Well done. A, B honor roll. Got a handful of those. Now, there's less and less as we get higher in the classes.
It gets harder and harder. The academics get harder and harder.
Yes, they do.
As the grades go up.
You know, what gets a lot of students I found in the lower grades, ironically, is the penmanship.
Yes.
There are students who are not on the AB honor roll because of penmanship, and they're AB like everything else. And, but what do? Do we just not do penmanship? Do we not grade it? As a principal, I really believe penmanship's important, and I believe students should know how to write penmanship. So you got to grade it, which means we have to count it. So that's kind of where we're at. But it is a shame that they would get everything else and then not penmanship. But here we go. AB, we have Abby Smith and Rebecca Gaudiano for the AB honor roll. Good job, Abby and Rebecca. Okay, our highest achievements in particular subjects.
And you'll notice some of these, they're not just the ones that
got the AB.
Yes,
so they were doing really well in a particular subject, just didn't pull maybe B's in another subject.
Yes.
Maybe got a C in something.
Yes, so some are and some are different.
Okay. Arithmetic, highest achievement in arithmetic, Rebecca Gaudiano. Also, Rebecca was language. Abby was highest in history. Oh, Logan, there he is. Yeah, because he wasn't AB, but Logan Rayola, highest in science. And then Logan was also highest in Bible. All right, good job, students. And then we have some character awards. Most improved overall. This is just tried hard and brought the grades up. Aiden Rivera, most improved. Good job, Aiden. And then we have most helpful, 2 again.
Yes.
Just couldn't choose between the 2. You got to do one of each. Girl and the boy. We have RJ. He goes by RJ. His name's Ronald, but he goes by RJ, right? RJ Wargo, most helpful. Again, going back to what we talked about character, Christian character, and kindness and just being there for people, helping people out. RJ, good job, buddy. I'm proud of you. And Alexia Jackson, most helpful. So those 2 students just showing some character. And we have another pastor's kid. Pastor Jackson is our associate pastor, and his child, his daughter, Alexia, most helpful. So that's a great thing. Representing for PKs. Good job, Lexi. I call her Lexi. Do you call her Lexi or do you call her Alexia?
Usually Lexi.
Doesn't everyone just call her Lexi?
Yes.
Yeah.
Once in a while, if I say Alexia, they're like, wait.
Like with McKenna. Doesn't everyone just call McKenna just Kenna?
Yeah. Kenna and Lexi.
Yeah. So Lexi Jackson, most helpful. Good job. And then most organized. Now that's a great award right there.
I try to work with the students.
Yeah, do you?
And,
some are easier to work with than others, huh? With an organization. Their desk looks like it's about to blow up or to throw up. Like their desk is just like stuff everywhere. So this student is on the ball with organization. I'm curious if that's the case at home with this student's room. Amelia Wargo. Good job, Amelia. Most are organized. I'm curious, Amelia, are you that organized at home? Is your room clean? You want to take a picture of your room and throw it up on Facebook for us on the comment section and show us how organized you are at home? But at least at school, you're doing really great. Good job. And then we have excellence in online learning. So this is a new award. None of the other classes had this. And I think we're going to have some more in the middle school, high school, right? So these are students who actually are thriving in online learning. Now, the reason, and tell me the standards for this. Because other students' grades may have gone up in online learning, but they didn't get this award. So what did they have to do to get this award, excellence in online learning? Their grades had to go up for one, or at least maintain or do well, right? Grade-wise. What else had to happen?
So their grades have gone up. They've attended the Google Meets faithfully. They've completed all the work. They've even have checked their work. I've sent, like answer keys to parents and they've allowed their kids to check their work and make sure it's right and go back and fix things and, not skip over things. So they were just very faithful to.
Good. So again, not that their grades maintained or went up, but they've been actively involved in everything you've been doing with online learning.
Yes.
Good job. Should these rewards really be for the parents, maybe? Or the parents, thinking, helping them out a lot?
Parents are very helpful.
Yeah,
all the parents are very helpful.
Should we cross their name out or put "and parents"? We didn't do that. Maybe give them a pin and I'll write it in or something.
They can get a picture with their parents.
They can get a picture with their parents. That's a great idea. Okay, so excelled in online learning, Lexi Jackson and Logan Rayola. Good job, guys, for doing so well in your online learning. Only one, and it's not my daughter. Imagine that. The principal's kid's not perfect attendance. What is up with that?
I don't know.
Can you guess who it is, though? Can you guess who it is, one of our teacher's kids? I mean, if the first two are perfect attendance, who's it going to be? All three, right? Logan Rayola. Good job, Logan. You know what? Logan actually, doesn't he like coming to school? For the most part, right? I mean, he's a happy little guy for the most part. So he's probably one who likes us coming to school. And perfect attendance there. Good job, Logan, 5th grade. Okay, now we have some elementary awards after this. If your students are only elementary, you're welcome to log out. There's not going to be anything else we're giving for awards for elementary. Obviously, we'd love for you to stick on and cheer on the middle school and high school students as well. But these are our final elementary awards. We're going to start with our Six Flags reading. Now, Six Flags reading contest, they read a lot of books. They get a certificate from Six Flags. It's a one free day. Or if you bring it to the front desk, they'll give you a season pass. Last year was for $30. I don't know if that's changed, but last year, $29.99, $30, and you got a season pass if you gave them that certificate and $30. That's the cheapest. The cheapest you can get a season pass.
Really good.
The cheapest I've seen is like $50 online around Black Friday. So $30 for a season pass if you got your Reading Six Flags award. Now I checked Six Flags today. They're still closed, obviously. They said they'll open up when the health department allows them to. So they are hoping and planning to open up this year. So hopefully our students will be able to use these certificates at some point this year.
Yeah, I think they're supposed to email them.
Email them. It's going to be a digital certificate.
They're going to let us know.
All right. I'm just going to list them off real quick. K5, Isabel Almo, Anaya Dawson, Violet O'Day, Robert Plummer. Good job. 1st grade, Juliet Carpenter, Hunter Owens, Ethan Rayola, Drew Stewart. 2nd grade, Jose Guardado, David G., Liam O'Day. 3rd grade, Lily Almo, Peyton Rayola. 4th grade, of course, Kenna, right? McKenna Jackson. And Kinsey Smith, Mariana Alexis Antonio, and Lucas Wood. 5th grade, Chris G., Lexi Jackson, Abby Smith, Rebecca Gaudiano, Logan Rayola. All right, our final awards. We made it, Ms. Melillo. Made it through elementary. Here we go. Before we do that, how about another comment, another question? Okay, Miss Melillo, she actually gets to room with 2 other of our teachers. They share a house, right? You guys have a house, 3-bedroom house. It's right up we're not going to tell you guys where. You go and harass them. But it's in Meriden. That's all I'm going to tell you. You have a house in Meriden. You, Miss McKellier and Miss Vaughn, you guys all share a house. You got to know them pretty well over the years.
Pretty well.
Miss Vaughn, only first year, but Miss McKellier's been around a long time. Miss McKellier, what does she like to do more than anything else?
She likes to read.
Likes to read, right? Yes. Loves to read. And that makes for a great English teacher. She teaches grammar. She appreciates grammar, but her true love is reading.
Yes, literature. She loves.
If she could just teach literature, she'd probably be like on cloud 9, right?
Yes, she would.
But unfortunately, she has to teach grammar too.
Yeah.
All right, so I asked Miss McKellier. Here's the question. What is Miss McKellier's favorite series? Miss Melillo, what is it? She has a lot, but she gave us one. Favorite book series. What is it?
The Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings. All right. That's the books. Now, she may like the movies too. I don't know. But we're talking books. She does like the movies. Did she make you watch them?
Oh, I had watched them, but yes, we had watched some together.
Yes, during the pandemic, has she made you guys watch some of her movies?
Some other movies. Some
books to movies?
Yeah.
Did you have to watch the Hobbit series too, though? Did she make you watch all the Hobbits?
No, we didn't get to that.
You didn't? Just the Lord of the Rings one, huh? Yeah.
Well, we watched other ones, but yeah, I watched Lord of the Rings in the past.
Okay.
Not during the pandemic, but other
book to movies, yes. Yeah.
And some plays as well.
Plays? What plays?
Some Shakespeare plays.
Oh.
Yeah, yes. So.
You know, I don't get it. I mean, I understand the guys. I never was a Shakespeare guy. I'm not really a big fan of Shakespeare.
But I understood.
I'm sorry, Miss McKellier. I hope you still like me. I was never a fan. And I'm not even talking about just the old English. I don't know. I didn't get his humor, the way he wrote things. Nothing wrong with the guy, I guess. But
I enjoyed it better once she explained it.
That's the thing.
Now I know what they're talking about.
If you have to explain what he's saying, I mean, is it really that great of an author? I mean, shouldn't a good? Well, that's my opinion. He did write during a time where maybe people didn't have to be explained what he was saying because the culture they understood better. But I get why people think he's such a great author. He's just not one of my favorites. But anyways, that we'll end there. Okay, it's not about me, is it, Miss Melillo? It's about Miss McKellier right now. So hopefully you put in there Lord of the Rings. Lord of the Rings was the answer for that comment. Okay, so we're going to finish our elementary with Christian character. And these are always awards that I love giving out because they exemplify not just academics, because as a school, of course, we're accredited, our teachers are certified, so we put academics on a very high level here at Midstate Christian Academy. But we are Midstate Christian Academy, and we are always trying to put Christianity on the forefront of what we do and who we are. We're not just a bunch of people teaching students. We're Christians teaching students Christianity and academics, and how those academics filter through Christianity, and how Christianity is a part of everything. Math. Math is logic and numbers. Who created logic and numbers? God. Right. English, the gift of language. Who gave us that gift of language? God. Even history. I mean, who's the author of history? God. So it all comes back to God all of the time, every time. Because the Bible tells us God is the sustainer of the world, the creator and sustainer. He didn't just create the world and walk away. God created the world and has been here ever since, monitoring and overseeing and being involved and helping his people along. And so Christian character are students who are doing well in school. Doesn't mean they're all A's. That's not a requirement. It means they're doing their best, whatever their best is. And we've had Christian character who've had C's, Ms. Melillo, right? We've had students in the past who got this award, and their best was a C, and we were good with that. I'm good with that. And so not about grades. It's about effort, attitude, Christian character, love, showing love to others. So we have one girl, one boy, and for the girl, Brielle Bronco, Christian character. And that was kind of an easy one for us when we talked about it. All the teachers nominated, and when Miss Melillo and I got together and talked, we said, and I mentioned Brielle, and Miss Melillo said, yeah, Brielle. Yeah, she's a great little girl. Second grade, right, Miss Melillo? Second grade, Brielle Bronco. And anyone who knows Brielle just knows she's a sweet little girl and good character, good attitude all the time. This one was a pretty easy one for me, too. I taught this young boy in third grade. And he was a good young boy in my class, third grade, still is today. One of the nicest kids you're going to meet in elementary. Aiden Rivera is Christian character and that's fifth grade. That's my level class. Aiden Rivera, Christian character all around, just solid character, good attitude. Good job, Aiden and Brielle. Congratulations. Okay, we're going to go through middle school, high school, and this will be a little quicker. Our middle school and high school will not take nearly as long as our elementary, so stick with us, bear with us. We still got a couple more questions. We're going to talk about Miss Vaughn, and then we're going to talk about Pastor Jimmy again. So we have at least two more questions I'm going to ask you guys that you'll get a chance to win $5 cash. So stick around. We're not done. Let's start with our middle school. What do we have, Miss Melillo?
We have A honor roll for middle school.
A honor roll. Okay. Only two. It is hard.
It's hard.
Middle school is hard.
It's hard.
Going from elementary, teachers holding your hands all day, to no one's holding your hands, and the parents, even I've talked to a lot of parents, they've also understood my child needs to start being independent, and so they let their child be independent. And then a lot of times they regret that because the child really struggles, and then they got to help them some and get that balance. But we have two. A honor roll, Sebastian Hariveau and Caden Tremaglio. And that's a 7th and an 8th grader. Oh, no, two 7th graders.
Yes.
Right? Sebastian is 7th grade. Was one of our students that moved up.
Yes.
Do we have something else in there, Miss Melillo? We had talked about the expectation for our students. Sebastian jumped a grade as well. And believe it or not, who's our highest GPA for middle school, Miss Melillo? Sebastian Hariveau again. So all three of the students that we've mentioned that have moved up, all three of them were highest GPA in the class that they moved up to. So good job, Sebastian, A honor roll and highest GPA. Caden, I know you worked hard for that, man. I'm your math teacher. I know you worked hard. Good job getting A honor roll. Okay, AB, we got a lot of those. That makes me smile. I'm glad for the lots of the AB honor rolls. Good. Okay, we're going to go through these quick. AB honor roll. Timothy Acevedo, Daniel Assad, Lydia Assad. Oh, another good thing again with the siblings, right? If one can get it, they both got to get it. Otherwise, there's trouble. Trouble in the homestead. Nicholas Bates, AB Honor Roll. Alexa Call. Isaiah Diaz. Mariah Hernandez. Adriana Montalvo, another student, came in the middle of the year and got herself up to where she needs to be. Middle school AB Honor Roll. Joshua Medina. Brianna Roden, and she's a first-year student, is she not? Got the AB Honor Roll, so good job, Brianna Roden. Nathan Shaw and Levi Williamson, all AB Honor Roll. Well done, students. Okay, we have our high school A Honor Roll now, right? High school A Honor Roll. All A's. Wow, we have more high school A than we had middle school A.
True.
Is that because they mature a little bit, maybe work a little harder, start to figure things out? Because
realize
high school is not easier than middle school.
It's going to count towards, college.
It's going to count towards college, so they're starting to get their game together. I don't imagine their parents are helping them more in high school. They're probably helping them less. So these are just students that, again, tried really hard, and they worked harder, but they're working hard. Okay, A Honor Roll. Jasmine Acevedo. Noah Bazzano. Naomi Guerrero. Hasn't she been like all A's her entire life?
Yes.
Since
Pretty sure.
kindergarten?
I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure.
I think so. Yeah. Okay. Nicholas Loden, A Honor Roll. Good job. Manuelfi, Mateo, and Sophia Pava. Good job, students. That is no small feat. Well done.
Hard, wow. Some of those
Let's do the highest GPA. Naomi Guerrero. I mean, that's again, she gets high GPA on a regular basis, does she not? I think in the past, Christy and her were duking it out one year. Christiana Loden and some others, but Jonathan Loden, I think, was up there in the running too. All right, so Naomi Guerrero, good job, highest GPA. I think a lot of students are glad she's moving on so that they can start working for that highest GPA now. And say, all right, get her out of the way. Now maybe we can get it next year, right? Okay, good job, Naomi, highest GPA. AB Honor Roll. Okay, good. A lot of those too. Glad to see that. Jobert Apit, AB Honor Roll. Joel Apit. So those are twins, Joel and Jobert Apit. Chinwe Ekpanobi, AB Honor Roll. Armani Genebre. I think I'm pronouncing that right. Genebre?
I think so.
Okay. I'm sorry if I mispronounced Armani. But Armani Genebre, AB Honor Roll. Andel Harivo, AB Honor Roll. Josiah Jimenez, another first-year student, AB Honor Roll. Brian Leone, AB Honor Roll. Jacinia Medina, and Isaac Poulin. All those students, AB Honor Roll. So great job, students. We are proud of you for working so hard and getting your grades up to where they need to be. Now, we're going to have another comment, and then we're going to do some character awards for our high school, right? Most improved and highest and so on. Okay, let's talk about Miss Vaughn. Miss Vaughn, what is her favorite period of history to teach, Miss Melillo?
Oh, you want me to answer?
Go ahead.
World War II.
World War II. I actually asked Miss Vaughn, not only what's your favorite, so the answer is World War II, WW2 or World War II. I asked her, what is also, if you could live in a different time, what would you choose? And she said the same thing. She said just really likes that era. I don't know if that means she wants to go to war. Can you see Miss Vaughn out there fighting?
No.
Like a tank driver maybe? Pilot? What would she be? If Miss Vaughn had to fight, what branch of the military would Miss Vaughn be? Air Force, Marines, Navy, Army, National Guard? Doesn't like heights, wouldn't be Air Force. I honestly think it could be Army. I could see her driving that tank. I could see Miss Vaughn tank driver. Can you guys see Miss Vaughn driving that tank? Man, I'd be scared with Miss Vaughn in the tank. I would be out of the way for sure. Man, okay, so I think, Miss Vaughn, you want to comment for us? Miss Vaughn, why don't you tell us if I'm right? Would it be Army tank? If not, what branch of the military would it be? And Miss Melillo already told us it would not be pilot. National Guard, maybe, just kind of, hang out and
Yeah, I can see that.
hand out food. I mean, what does the National Guard do? I don't want to diss them. I don't know, what do they do? They hand out food during tragedies. Like, they're there to help hurricanes and things like emergency, right? They're there. Okay. I could see her doing that. I could see her, smiling as she gives you the meal ready to eat.
Yes.
I still can't get that picture of her in the tank out of my head, though. All right. We're going to move on. We have one more $5 opportunity we'll give before we finish about Pastor Jimmy.
All right. So we got some most improved.
Good. Most improved. That's great. We're going to start with middle school first. Most improved. This is just middle school?
Yes, and then we'll do.
Okay. Middle school. Most improved in math. Now, that's me, Miss Melillo. I'm the 7th and 8th grade math teacher, and I am so proud of this student. This student has just done fantastic. with what they did to jump. Now, you also had one
yes.
in math, and we just couldn't decide which one to give it to.
I had to do two.
So we gave one to a 6th grader and one to one of my 7th and 8th graders. So I'll let you announce your 6th grader, Miss Melillo, that got the most improved in math.
All right, it is Jackson Dibble.
Jackson, good job. And I'm not trying to embarrass the boy. He does not like math, though, right?
No, he doesn't.
Jackson is not a fan of math, and yet he's killing it. He I saw his grade. You showed it to me.
Yeah.
He just jumped really far up there at the end of the year. Yeah. My choice, middle school math, was Cheyenne Smith. Also a student who doesn't really like math, but the girl has just applied herself this year, has worked really hard, and her grades just kept climbing, and she's doing really well. And I'm really proud of you, Cheyenne. Good job. Okay, most improved in middle school history is India Battle, and then most improved, and this is the same student, English and science both, Miss Melillo, most improved in both. So that kind of shows the students putting some effort across the board to get most improved in 2. Brianna King, most improved in middle school science and English. So good job, Brianna, to get both of those. Okay.
Most improved in high school.
High school most improved. Okay, we have Pastor Jimmy's business math, most improved. Probably it would be Pastor Jimmy would probably win that award if we'd give it to him, right? Most improved in business math would be Pastor Jimmy, our teacher. He's really improved a lot in business math over the years. He's taught it. But if we have to give to a student, it's going to be Jasmine Acevedo, most improved in business math. All right, most improved in algebra is Chinwe Ekpanobi. So that's a great subject to improve in as you're moving into high school algebra 2 and even geometry and pre-cal. Okay, most improved. We have another student, I think, who has received more than one. No, I'm mistaken. Okay, only one. We have most improved in physical science, Bethany Charpentier. Good job, Bethany, for most improved in science, physical. Most improved in chemistry, Keenan Walsh.
Wow.
Now, I don't know this, but I know Keenan, and I'm pretty sure Keenan's not a chemistry guy. I don't think chemistry is Keenan's forte. So again, we have a student who's persevering in a subject they do not like. They're not fans of this subject, but they're going to put their nose to the grindstone, get the job done, and hard work wins the day, right? You don't need to be the best at everything. If you're just good at working hard, you can still get some awards and do well in things. So good job, Keenan. I'm proud of you to get most improved in chemistry. Most improved in high school history is Sarah Farm. Most improved high school English, just Jason DeSano Smith. And then most improved in Spanish, Isaac Poulin.
Very good. Good job.
All right, well done. We have some more character awards to give out. We are almost done here. All right, we have excelled in online learning. So again, not just grades maintaining going up, but attending the online learning, actively involved in that, talking with the teachers, getting their work done, turning in their work, all the above, right? Okay, excelled in online learning. We have Nicholas Bates, Noah Bazzano, Alexa Call, Bethany Charpentier, Isaiah Diaz, Jackson Dibble, Chinwe Ekpanobi, Armani Ginebre, Joshua Medina, Brianna Roden, Caden Tremaglio, Levi Williamson, and Laura Winnard.
Wow.
All right, that's a lot of students who've been putting forth a lot of effort to do well. All right, we're almost done. Before we do, let's do our final chance to win $5 about Pastor Jimmy. The last question I asked was his middle name, right? What was that, Miss Melillo? Do you remember his middle name? Thomas, yeah. Jimmy Thomas Jackson. I can see that. It's a good, solid middle name for a Southern guy. Jimmy. You know what my middle name is, Miss Melillo? Do you know mine?
I think so.
What is it?
Anthony?
It's Anthony. My middle name is Anthony. When I was young, I didn't like my middle name. So you know what I told everyone my middle name was?
What?
I told them it was Antonio. Because Antonio is like the Spanish version of Anthony, so in my mind, it's not lying. You know, I was giving him a different language version of my name. You know, I was young. And so I said, yeah, my name is Russell Antonio Smith. My friends thought my name was Antonio because I told them that. They didn't realize till later we got older that it was really Anthony. All right, so there you go. A little fact about me. Here we go. Jimmy, the comment. Are you ready? First one to type in the answer to this comment is going to get $5. Okay, what is Pastor Jimmy's favorite Bible story? Now, remember, Pastor Ethan's was Gideon, right? Now, it was something to do with Jesus. And I kind of laughed when I heard this. I chuckled. Pastor Jimmy's favorite Bible story is when Jesus went into the temple and threw the money-changing tables across the floor and started whipping people.
Yes.
because they had desecrated the temple of the Lord, and instead of worshiping God in this temple, they were trying to make a buck. And, that is a great story. Not my favorite story. It is a great story, but, it reminds us just how important worship is to God. That God wants us to obey, and obedience is better than sacrifice, but one of the best ways to worship is to obey. What did Christ say? If you love me, do what?
Obey my commandments.
Keep my commandments. Obey me, yeah. So if you want to worship God, you got to obey him, but worshiping God is very, very important to him. All right. What do we have, Miss Melillo? Where are we at?
All right, so we have some free reading honors.
Oh, so this is like Miss McKelly wanted to give some of her own special awards. So free reading, can you explain to me what free reading is? What is that?
So I believe it was last year Miss McKelly started a free reading kind of program type of thing with the kids to encourage them to read. And then usually they have to read a certain amount of pages, whether it's like 1,000 pages per quarter, I think, for middle school, and 1,200 pages for high school.
Yeah.
And then they just write like a little summary about it and turn that in instead of just doing like a full book report thing. It just encourages them to
good. So to enjoy the reading and not have to do a book report after every book.
So these students went above and beyond more than the requirement.
So 4,000 for middle school and 4,800 pages for high school, and these students read significantly more than the 4,000 and 4,800 because we do have a middle school and high school student.
Yes.
All right, so free reading went above and beyond middle school. Nicholas Bates, good job. And I guess we lost track. They read so many pages, they just stopped counting.
Yes, once they went over the limit, yeah.
It just kept going. And then Jasmine Acevedo, free reading award for high school. Good job. What do we have next?
All right, we have some best peer editors. So the students worked on research papers for middle school and high school, and Ms. McKelly had some of the high school students edit middle school papers, as well as her. And these are the top ones that have really, as they've gone through the papers, really.
So just they're really good writers then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good writers.
Good writers, great writers. We have two high school students, Naomi Guerrero, Manuelty Mateo. Well done, guys. And that's a talent that they can take anywhere. Even if you work in a business and you're not a writer, you're going to write up reports, emails. You're going to have office meetings where you need to give a speech, something. So they're going to go far with that. Yeah. Especially in college, it will be very helpful.
Yes.
Okay, Miss Melillo, we have now our perfect attendance, and we do have some. Oh, look at that. Okay, great, perfect attendance, middle school and high school both. Lydia Assad, Jeremiah Brutus, Jackson Dibble, Brianna Roden, Sebastian Hariveau, again, highest GPA, right? He's here all the time. And Nicholas Bates, our perfect attendance students, middle school, high school. And our final awards for academic character is going to be the Exemplary Citizen Award. If you notice, we didn't do most helpful for middle school and high school. We did the most helpful for all the grades in elementary. For middle school, high school, we call them Citizen Awards. And that just means they are helpful. As teachers, they go above and beyond, good attitudes. So exemplary citizens, we have Nicholas Bates and Jasmine Acevedo. And that's going to obviously imply good character, good attitude, as well as hard workers, someone the teacher wants them to help, right? And then our Christian Character Award. And I've already talked about that. I think that's a very important award, someone who shows kindness and love to others. Jasmine Acevedo and Nicholas Loden for Christian Character. Well done, guys. As a pastor, I'm proud of you. Thank you so much for the character that you've shown in Midstate Christian Academy this year.
Congratulations, guys.
All right, Miss Melillo, we're not done. I see some ribbons here.
Yes, we had an art competition with the New England Association of Christian Schools.
So this is not just Connecticut. This is Connecticut, Massachusetts, Vermont, New Hampshire.
Yes, Rhode Island. Yeah.
So it includes multiple states, students from all of these states competing in a variety of things. There was singing, art, poetry, writing, math, online quizzes and tests, things like that, right?
Yes.
And we had multiple students that participated, and some walked away with some ribbons, which means you're not only the best at Midstate Christian Academy, you're not only the best in Connecticut, you're the best in New England. Now that is impressive.
Yes.
So what do we have, Miss Melillo?
All right, so start with middle school. The first one we have is Bryant Rosario. He actually tied third place for mixed media. So this is an art.
So an art. So it'd be like taking pictures or drawing?
I believe it had to do with painting.
Painting?
Different
Bryant,
types of painting.
You and two other people are the third best artists in mixed media in New Hampshire for middle school. Wow.
The New England, yeah.
I'm sorry, New England, excuse me. New England, all of New England for middle school. That is awesome. So this will be in your packet tomorrow to take home with you.
And then the second one we have also for middle school, and this one received first place, and this was for Old Testament Bible survey. So they had to take a test online and compete, and this is...
It better be a pastor's kid. Is it a pastor's kid?
It
is a pastor's kid, okay.
Sebastian
is a junior high, middle school, and his dad's a pastor, and so he took a test, and of all the New England Christian school kids who are part of our association, he got the highest score on an Old Testament test.
Yes.
That's how you do it, Sebastian. That's how you do it, man. Good job, Sebastian. First place New England middle school Bible test.
All right, so now we have high school. So there's 2 awards. These are also art awards, and these are actually for the same person.
Oh, all right.
They submitted more than one art piece, and these are for photography. So one of the photography pieces was for people and animal category.
Okay.
And then the other one was for landscape and architecture. So there's a second place and a first place.
And the second was the animal and people.
Yep.
And the first place was the architecture.
Yes.
Okay.
And they both go to Naomi Guerrero.
Well done, Naomi. And you know, that doesn't surprise me. Naomi, I've seen her pictures, and that girl has some amazing talent. Like, her pictures could be in a magazine, and I would say, yeah, that deserves to be in this magazine.
We've had some up in our house, hanging on the wall.
Yeah.
So, yeah, she's very good.
Wow. So good job, Naomi. And that's like her hobby. That's not even what she wants to do for a career, but as a hobby, she's like up there with the best of them.
And there's a lot with photography categories. There was a lot of competition.
Yeah.
With those. Yeah.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Miss McKellier's hobby is also photography.
Yes.
Did she not kind of steer Naomi in that direction?
I know she's helped her.
Helped her, at least kind of show her the ropes and cameras and so on. Yeah. So, Miss McKellier, you also deserve a pat on your back for one of your students, one of your protégés. Good job, both of you, for the efforts. Naomi, well done. Okay, Miss Melillo, I think that's it. I don't see any more awards unless we're missing something.
I believe that is everything.
Okay, good.
Hopefully
so
we got everybody.
We do have some students for our Honor Society. And those pins are going to be coming in, and when they arrive, we're going to be announcing that separately on Facebook. We'll put up a Facebook announcement with those pins and the announcement and the email to our student body. We have some students in high school who are part of our Honor Society. We have to kind of wait until the grades are in to confirm that everything is. It looks like we know who they're going to be, but we're going to find out once everything's locked in, and then once that is done, we'll announce those and hand out those pins as well.
Wow, that's exciting.
Okay, so let's talk about some of the end-of-year stuff. We're done with our awards. We're not going to take you much longer. I know, it's been a long time. I said 45 minutes. I feel like it's been already. I don't have the phone in front of me, but I feel like it's been longer than 45. It's been longer than, yeah, I knew. Okay, we're not going to take long. Let's talk quickly about what's taking place with our celebration and our graduations. We have our K-5 graduation. It's going to be May 27th. That's a Wednesday night, 6:30. We're going to have a drive-in graduation ceremony. We'd love for you to guys show up and just cheer on and honk your horn for those little kindergartners. And even if you don't know, if you're part of our school, get something to do, right? Get out of the house and come and park in our parking lot. And the students are going to have a good time celebrating them at 6:30 Wednesday night on Wednesday, this 27th. Now, high school graduation is going to be June the 3rd, also Wednesday. It's the Wednesday after, also at 6:30. That's going to be a little more of an event. We're going to have some good things for them to do. We're going to have a good time. The seniors are going to be able to get their diplomas. We drive in again, so they're going to drive up to the front, get their diplomas, and we're going to cheer and honk for them. And I know they'd love for all of our school families to be there and to celebrate their graduation. So Sophia Pava, Nicholas Loden, and Naomi Guerrero are all three going to be graduating. Now, our valedictorian this year is Naomi Guerrero. Again, we all knew that, right? I mean, the girl's been getting A's since kindergarten. But another thing, she's our first student to have been through our entire program. From kindergarten, when it started as a K-5 program, and then we added preschool later. Kindergarten all the way up, Naomi's been here the whole time. So that's kind of a neat milestone. We're going to give our yearbooks. We'll be given out on June 1st as well, right?
I believe so.
Those are coming in, I think, next week. Or no. They're coming in today.
Coming in
today,
wow.
But you're not going to get them till June 1st. If you don't come to the celebration on June 1st, I said the graduation. So the graduation is June 3rd. The celebration is June 1st.
Yeah.
If you don't come to the celebration on June 1st, we'll have them available to pick up some other time. So the June 1st celebration, Miss Melillo, we're going to start off, and we're going to have a game show. Going to be a bunch of questions, kind of similar to what we did just now, but questions you'll probably know. and with the whole what's the middle name kind of thing. But it'll be other things, and there'll be a game show, and it's a $100 cash prize, Miss Melillo.
Wow.
$100 to the car, not the student, the car. You have to split it amongst yourselves. Who gets the most questions right? Now, our teachers cannot win that cash prize, Miss Melillo, because it's about you guys and school stuff. It wouldn't be fair, right? So $100 to the family who answers the most questions right. We're going to start with the game show. You're going to be in your cars again. Everyone's going to be in their cars. And then after that, we'll have a car karaoke. And so we'll have some music playing, and we'll give you a chance if you want. You're not required. The cars can, whoever's in your car, you compete. And you'll sing a song for us or part of a song. And then we'll choose the best one. It's $50 cash prize to the car who sings the best, car karaoke. And then we're going to have a time for the teachers to reminisce. They're going to give some speeches about some memories, good memories about this last year, and kind of encourage the students. And then we're going to have a drive-in movie. Now, I'm not announcing the movie yet. I'll put that up separately as we get closer. But we're going to have a drive-in movie. All this is free to our school families. We are asking that only our school families come. If you're inviting a guest, they need to be in your car. You can't invite a guest outside to bring their own car. Only cars of our school families will be allowed in during this celebration. We don't care if you have a friend in your car, though. That's fine. As they come in, Ms. Melillo, what are we giving every car when they come in?
I believe we're giving them pizza.
Large pizza.
And soda.
And a soda, 2-liter soda. Now, if you just have like a slew of people, if your large car is like 8 people, because we have some people with a lot of kids, we might give you more than one pizza. But most cars are only going to get one pizza and then a 2-liter. And then before the drive-in movie, Miss Melillo, what are we giving them?
Popcorn.
Popcorn. So guys, all free, going to be a blast. Everyone's going to stay in their cars the whole time, so we're not going to intermingle, so don't worry. We're following CDC requirements. We'll be, socially distanced, all that kind of stuff, and just have a really good time. It's going to be June 1st, a Monday, and I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a unique experience, and I hope you guys can be there. We'll give you more details about the movie when we get closer. If you're not going to stay for the movie, you need to let us know when you're pulling in, because we're going to put them all kind of on one side, and they can leave that way and not get stuck before you want to leave for the movie.
Good.
Okay, thank you guys. If you stuck it out the whole time, I mean, we need to have another comment just for those that stuck it out. You want to do that? You want to have one more question? Just for those who stuck out the whole time, I have a mystery question. I'm going to come up with something real quick, and then you can give the comment for those that made it to the end, because there's probably less competition now. Probably a lot of people logged off by now.
Yeah.
Okay, so here you go. You ready? Here's the question. The question is, I got to think of something about, has to be me, because that's the one I know about most. Okay. What is my favorite sport? Do you know this one, Miss Melillo? I've said it before. My favorite sport. I love all sports. What's my favorite sport? If you know it, go ahead and write it down now.
I'm thinking of 2.
It's only one. I like a lot of sports, but my favorite one is only one. It is one I played. It's soccer. It's soccer.
I was gonna say, yeah.
I love
say either
basketball.
soccer or
I know.
basketball,
I do.
thinking...
I love basketball. I've always loved basketball, but just soccer for me is my favorite sport. So if you wrote soccer even before I gave the answer, you get it right. Good job. Soccer is my favorite sport. We'll give $5. So we had 8 questions now instead of the 7, and we'll see who won those. Thank you so much, guys, for joining us. We will have our pickup times tomorrow, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Drop off any work that you have, and you can pick up all these certificates at that time. You have a great day.
Bye-bye.